Alright guys, welcome to SmurfCup Canyon number 360. I'm Thomas Wingozy, aka G-Geek, and I will be your host as we are going to see the final SmurfCup for the month of June. The final SmurfCup for the current map rotation. Next week is going to be an entirely new map pack. I'm really going to be excited to check out the maps off stream to actually give you a little bit of info of what it's about. You can see in the top left corner we got a follower goal. Currently 38 followers. The goal is to get to 50 followers. So if you like what you see, if you like the Trackmania cast, if you like racing gameplay, and if you want or whatever gameplay, and you want to see more of that, just got disconnected. That's fine. Let's hope that I can actually reconnect. Okay, technical issues. Sorry, technical issue. Let's hope it doesn't happen during the cast. So as I said, if you like Trackmania casts, racing gameplay, whatever gameplay, and you like to discuss about motorsports, technology, gaming, and more, don't forget to hit the follow button and hit that bell. And if you want to actually join a community to actually discuss about the topics that I discussed a bit earlier, exclamation point Discord in the chat to get the invite link. So, SmurfScup number 360, the final map cup for the map pack of June. For those of you who are not familiar with what the SmurfCup is, here's a little rundown. The cup is played in rounds mode across 7 maps. A map is won when the player reaches a points tally of 180 points or more. All the points from all the players are tallied up to get the final rankings, and the player with the most points wins 6,000 planets out of the 20,000 planets that are at stake. So then, final cup for the map pack of June. Let's people joining in little by little. We're a little less than 10 minutes before the start of the cup. We got so we got this one and got 2 maps. I got another map for the pre-run. Let's actually check who is in there. I'm forced to tab out in like the SCL where I could actually click on names and the live rankings in the left corner. I'm really sorry that you get to see the scoreboards from time to time when I'm trying to spectate someone, but that's something I do have to cope with. So we've got Morodin, one of the main contenders from the previous few SmurfCups. He's been getting regular top 5 finishes. Maybe he could actually get into a potential contention for the win or even a top 3 spot, which would be amazing for him. Then we got Zypher from Team Nova, current record holder on this map, and even dethroning Mebe and Cloud for this particular map pack. Then who else do we got? We got Coco, aka Cornite on Twitch, who's a fellow follower of mine, member of Team Door 2 Quo. Then we got Timmy Dash, one of the main contenders of the top 10 in the past few SmurfCups. Really good player all around with a good amount of potential. Then we got Larens from Team Hype Boys, one of the main contenders for the lead, battling with his fellow teammates Mebe and Cloud when these two get in the mix. Then we got Harse. No, it actually switched to Norplay. So Norplay is the map. So we got Norplay first, who is the maker of the map you're currently seeing, Grand Focus. He made it featuring Ibo. And speaking of the maps, let's actually get a little bit of a rundown from the map order. It is the same as in the beginning of the month of June. So it is Aeon Prime by Edjo first, followed then by Grand Focus, the map you're currently seeing right now, by Norplay and Ibo. Then following is Amnesia by Revols. Fourth map will be Butifara's Drive-By Stalking. Racho's Anoia will be played in 5th. Followed then by Elevated by Zombak, and the final map to close it all off will be Ibo's Mukbark. So going back to the one I wanted to see, there it is. Harse Smurf, one of the founders of Team Smurf and the organizer of SmurfCups in Valley and Canyon. So the one you're currently seeing right now is held with him. So let's actually see who else has joined. We got Papas Bierbauch. Let's see. We might actually not see some of the key players in here because it is, as you know, the Zerator Cup. It is the biggest event of the year in Trackmania. 70,000 to 80,000 people are currently watching on Twitch. That's just crazy. The grand final is currently being held in Strasbourg, in eastern France. And it looks like this is going to be the final soon to be underway. So I can't really blame if there are some people who are not there. We saw Quentin43 joining, member of Team Hyperion, who played for Team Hyperion in the SCL CEP. Let's see if I can actually find him. There he is. Quentin43, so representing France for Team Hyperion, along with an entirely French effort, led also by Nord and Nat. But unfortunately, Quentin was pretty much the only one representing Team Hyperion during that. Let's see, we also got, so as I said, we got Papas Bierbauch with the Nissan Skyline. A few people are still running custom models, but that's completely fine. It gives them a little bit of element of differentiation. Then we got Black Shadow, who recently left the Smurfing team. There was a little bit of an internal debate in there that I don't really want to delve into, but he's driving under his own name, under free agent. Then we got teammate of Coco, 7 from Belgium. Then we got Frico from Team Germany, regular contender for the top 15 and top 20 spots. And so far, it seems as though we got pretty much everyone. We also got React in there, member of Team Smurf, who's got a lot of potential in terms of pace, but lacks the consistency. Then we got Maxi from the Smurf as well. Pretty good all-rounder, I would say. Has a good amount of skill in Canyon, as well as the other environments. He can get away pretty well in terms of like knockout competitions that do actually happen after the Smurf Cup. Unfortunately, this will be off stream because I don't really tend to stream those all that much. I still live in the family, and I in the family home, and so yeah, it is a bit difficult. So we will be taking a quick break right now, as I'm gonna get a little bit of hydration. I'll be back in 1 minute. Hang tight. Be right back. And we are back with SmurfCups number 360. Had a little bit of a hydration break. I should be all good now. Also got a lot of loud noises as we see 7 going through a few practice runs. We also got Mixu, who's recently joined Smurf, who's actually joined. Let's actually see if we can find him. There he is. Mixu from Norway. Played for Team Pampa Jabat in the SCL CEP Season 5. Alongside Larens and Rex. Let's see if we got anyone else who joined. Seems as though we don't really have that many players. Again, given that it is the Trackmania Cup in Stadium and that it is pretty much the biggest event, it's going to be... it's not exactly something that I do blame. So, we're in 5 minutes before the start of the Smurf Cup. This is the current map that you're seeing is the last pre-warm-up map. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, well, I'm hoping the best of luck. I'm wishing the best of luck to you, Mixu. I hope everything goes well, and I hope you can actually get a good result in there. I believe in you. You can do it. So then, we're just gonna be waiting towards the end of this map, which is the final pre-warm-up map before the start of the Smurf Cup. This is Drive-By Stalking from Bootifara, and as you can see from the scenery, this is very much a Trackmania Turbo-esque vibe that this map gives off. Cloud holds the world record on both the local server and the Daymania server with the 50.312. We're actually wondering if we're going to see any one of the hype boys apart from Larens tonight. That's going to be a question mark, because if that is not the case, then it's pretty much everyone's bet. It's pretty much anybody's game for the overall victory. Alright, so let's see if we can actually spectate someone else. We also got Real Space in there. Admin of Mania Exchange, one of the organizers of the MXKO as well, alongside Ibo and Pangolin. I wonder if he's gonna play this SmurfCup Canyon. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So as I said, so we've expected it pretty much. We've seen pretty much everyone aside from maybe Zerky, who was probably there last cup. I can't really remember how who was there. Oh, there we go. We've got Ibo, Admin of Mania Exchange. One of the moderators of Mania Exchange, and member of Mapping Team Way, and also one of the members of the Unbitten Studio responsible for the Trackmania 1 title packs. Do we have anybody else? It doesn't seem so. 3 minutes from the start. So then it's going to be a little bit of a waiting game before the cup actually starts. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds before the start of the cup. So, if you weren't there during the gameplay stream in the afternoon, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to be going on holiday from the 13th of July to at least the 25th. If I recall correctly. Yeah, at least the 23rd and 24th of July. So there will not be any stream any gameplay stream or SmurfCup cast for at least 2 weeks. It will remain to be seen whether this is 2 or 3. It will depend on when I actually come back to my location, because for the entirety of my trip, I will not be bringing my personal computer with me. I'm gonna go see some family in Germany, and yeah, internet connection is probably not gonna be as good as I have it currently here. And yeah, so the stream is pretty much going to be a no-go. This will be compensated by a few changes in schedule in the week of the departure, with a stream on Friday. Yeah, there will be a stream on Friday night to actually compensate, to give you guys a little bit of content to watch, a little bit of entertainment on your Friday night. And yeah, I just hope everything goes well. Also, I've made a few calculations with the data consumption that I'm currently doing with my streams. And with the current settings that I currently use, so I'm streaming 720p, 30 frames per second, at 4 megabit per second, I can actually stream around 20 hours per month. So there may be once every 2 weeks a stream on Wednesdays, and a stream on not on Wednesdays, on Sundays, and potentially a stream on Friday if everything goes well. So again, subject to schedule is subject to change. I'm still trying to find my footing and find a consistent schedule. Well, the consistent schedule, I have it already. It's Saturdays, but I'm trying to pep up the schedule a little bit and make do with my data cap. The plan in the future is to go from a 50 gig data cap that I currently have to a 100 gig data plan, so that I can actually get double the hours of streaming and potentially sprinkle a few more streams here and there for you guys. So again, this will not come in the immediate term. My contract currently runs until the 8th of January of next year, and it's only after that I can actually see if I to get a bigger data plan. But anyways, that's a bit of an off-topic subject. Let's actually see. 10 seconds before we start, we got AD Racing's Fat Kid. We also got Old Dog, Utje, and it seems as though we don't have any of the Hype Boys guys, so yeah, no Cloud and no Bebe and no Surama, it must also be said. So it will be pretty much anybody's game. It will be pretty much anybody's game for the Smurf Cup, as we're about to switch on the first map of the night, Aeon Prime by Edjo. So first map of the map pack means what is considered to be the easiest map of the entire well, considered to be the easiest to pick up and most flowing of the entire map pack, with an entire start that the first 3 to 4 CPs can be done absolutely full speed. The current record here is held by Nod, of all things. Nod with a 46.294, with the daily minute record held by Cloud with a 46.495. Who are we going to pick? We're going to be picking one of the faster Canyon players in here, Fat Kid from Team AD Racing, as he's going to take us just around Aeon Prime for the warm-up. Starting off with his long right-hander, getting close to the clinching the apex, maybe a little bit too much, go really wide on the exit. This part then is done completely full speed, a long right-hander. He's actually decided to respawn. Onto Morodin here. This entire part, up to the third checkpoint, it can be done absolutely full speed. And even the 4th checkpoint. So here we go. Onto the U-turn they go. What is up, Black Darkwood? Did I say something wrong? Onto the uphill right-hander. Final couple checkpoints. Yeah, up to CP4 and 5. There was a little bit of a delay in the checkpoint counter there. So yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, we're gonna be specking, so yeah, we're gonna be specking Morodin. Let's actually see who we got. So we got Morodin, 7, Freako, React, Black Shadow, and Papas in the hotkeys, and I'm gonna spec Fat Kid for the beginning of the Smurf Cup. Map 1 underway, Smurf Cup number 360. Here we go, specking Fat Kid for this round. Yeah, Coco is back. Alright, onto the first corner they go. Fat Kid getting really neat and tidy. Who gets the whole shot? It is Fat Kid who gets a whole shot for 7 thousandths of a second. Emerging already a battle between Quentin, Fat Kid, Larence, Coco getting in the mix as well as Morden. The full speed section up to CP4, CP5. Coco taking the lead now. 11 thousandths in front of Fat Kid now. Onto the drift turn for the U-turn, and Fat Kid gets a much tidier line through there and takes the lead from Coco. Coco going back though with a little bit more momentum onto the final part of the course, the last 3 checkpoints, onto the uphill right-hander drift, and Coco takes the lead. Fat Kid down to P2, Larence potentially challenging, getting in the mix potentially for the lead onto the final corner. Coco gets it really wrong, and it's going to allow Larence and potentially, yes, Cypher going through, and Fat Kid across the line. Fat Kid overtakes everyone and gets the win in front of Cypher, Coco, Quentin 43, Larence, React, Timmy Dash, and 7. You need a break from this game? Alright, fair enough. That was a pretty satisfying finish to watch. It was pretty crazy to see that Coco has got it, and in the space of 1 quarter, it pretty much shuffled between 3 or 4 guys. Between 3 or 4 players currently switching for the lead. And in the end, it is Cypher who picks up the spoils and gets the full fat 50... no, it is Fat Kid who gets the spoils and picks up the full fat 50 points to get himself into the early lead of map number 1. Going on to round 2, switching a little bit of gears. Going for number 7. Going for 7, sorry. So, he goes a little bit wide at the apex, that's okay. Who gets the whole shot? It is Coco who gets the whole shot. Let's actually try to spectate him a little bit here. He's going to try to get that one that he missed in the previous round. Morden currently taking the lead after CP3. Onto CP4 they go. It is a battle between Larence, Morodin, React, and Coco. Fat Kid a little bit further down in the top 5. Onto the U-turn they go. Coco with a wide line is going to carry a lot more momentum, but Fat Kid with a bit of an ambitious line, that's not going to pan out. Coco back up to P3, overtaking Larence for P2. Onto the final section they go. Larence still remaining in the mix. Morodin also very close. Coco making a mistake and thus dropping down to P5 and even P6 as they go onto the final corner. It is a battle between Larence and Morodin. It seems that the Morodin has got it. It is Morodin in front of Larence, Cypher, Fat Kid, React, Coco, Timmy Dash, and Ibo complete your top 8 for round number 2. Everybody else finishing their round. Lorcav going on to CP9, and he's going to be able to finish the map in time. Real Space finishing in P19. NA in P20, and 21st and last will be Laura Cav. I'm saying 21st and last, but I'm assuming there was no other people remaining. No, it is Uchiha who gets the line at the last second to get the points for 22nd points. Fat Kid's still in the lead, but only 2 points in front of Cypher in 2nd place, and Coco in 3rd with 81. Let's actually spectate Morodin for this round. Morden currently sitting in P5 on 74 points, gets it really clean, close to the apex, and he will get 3rd place. The whole shot is getting by Fat Kid on CP1, but he gets a much better line through there and takes the lead onto CPs 2 and 3. Onto CP3, there you go, and Morden makes a mistake and drops down quite a few places, dropping out of the top 10 and even the top 15 fight. Let's actually try to follow Cypher a little bit. Currently back for the lead with Mixu, who currently goes back into the lead, but with a bit of a wide line and allows Larence through. And Cypher with a bit more momentum than Larence, though. Onto the uphill drift they go. Coco making a mistake. Cypher also making a little bit of a mistake, dropping a little bit more momentum. It's going to be battle between Larence and Cypher into the final corner. Cypher has got a bit of a buffer, and it is Cypher who is going to win the round in front of Larence. Quentin 43, Fat Kid, Frico, Mixu, React, and Timmy Dash. Everybody else finishing the round. Uchiha getting overtaken by Laura Cav, and Harse finishing in P19, Laura Cav 20th, Uchiha 21st. And it seems as though there may be someone else who didn't finish. Yeah, NA currently parked somewhere. He's part of one of the girders of the at the start, so yeah, he's not going to be scoring any points whatsoever. And so Fat Kid loses the lead in favor of Cypher. Cypher overtaking the lead with 136 points in front of Fat Kid on 126, equal with Larence. Following Cypher for this round. He's got the chance to wrap map 1 up. Who gets the whole shot? Fat Kid gets the whole shot. Cypher sitting in P5, just 600 back. Battle between Fat Kid, Coco, Morodin, Larence, and Cypher for the lead. Currently Coco into the lead, Cypher battling with Morodin and Larence. Larence overtaking Cypher. Morodin maybe getting everyone for the lead. Cypher with a much better line through there, gets a lot more momentum, but then drops down in favor of Morodin and Coco, who get P1 and P2. Coco overtaking Morodin for the lead. Onto the final couple corners they go. Coco still in the lead at CP9. Cypher, though, overtaking Morodin for P2 and potentially overtaking Coco for the lead. Yes, he does, or maybe, no, he won't. Oh, he does! For for less than 200ths of a second, Zypher wins the round in front of Coco, Morodin, Larens, Frico, React, Fatkid, and Ibo. Close finish between the French and Portuguese driver, and that's gonna be between the two French drivers. Sorry, I think Zypher's French. Sorry, but I see the Portuguese flag on his player. He may not be the real nationality. Sorry, guys. Anyways, 186 points for Zypher. Give him map number 1. See it, 186 for Zypher, 164 for Larens in P2, and 158 for P3, which basically is your top 3 after map number 1 in SmurfCup number 360. Right after the map switch, we're going to be checking the full standings. So then, after map 1, Zypher in the early lead with 186 points in front of Larens in P2 with 164, Fatkid is third with 158, Morodin fourth on 141 points, and React is fifth on 136. Sixth is Coco with 134, Quentin is seventh with 127th, then 8th is TV Dash with 114, Frico 9th with 112, and Mixu completes the top 10 with 106. From 11th to 20th downwards are Noorplay, Papas Bierbauch, Ibo 7, Black Shadow, Maxi, Real Space, Harse, Zolita Zeehond, and Hoetje. From 21st to 23rd downwards are Lorcav, NA, and Old Dog. So then, onto map number 2, which is Grand Focus from Ibo. The second most, possibly the most flowing map, even before Aeon Prime, and the second map of the rotation, considered to be the second easiest to pick up and play. Current record held by this man we're currently seeing right here, Zypher with a 46.118, and the current daily mini record held by Mebe12, who's currently not here, with a 46.228. And I think we're going to be specking someone else. We're going to be specking, let's see... We're going to be specking Papas Bierbauch for the opening round, just to see how everything unfolds in the middle of the field, because we haven't seen the battles in the midfield so far in this Smurf Cup, and maybe even less in the previous Smurf Cup. I'm going to try to cover the most of the field as much as I can. I'm trying to cover the field. I'm trying to cover the field a little bit, not just the top 5 or top 6 players. Even though it is pretty much around this bubble that the interest of the Smurf Cup resides, I'm still trying to give some credit to the other players. Anyways, map 2 about to start, following Papas Bierbauch for the opening round. Papa's going for the full speed route instead of going for the drift like many others. He will drop down to P19, but carrying on more momentum onto corner number 2. Really interesting attack by Papas. Currently it is Quentin 43 who emerges into the lead in front of Larens and Black Dark, who joined in mid-game, and Papas made the mistake. Will he make the jump? No, he will be forced to respawn, and that's going to be round over for him. Let's actually spectate Black Dark, who has also made a mistake, actually, incidentally. Right as I spectate him, he drops to P15. Let's actually follow someone further up. This fat kid currently the scrap for battle for 10th place. Let's actually try to see if we can actually get someone close to the front battle. Maxi, way far down. Let's see if we got Noorplay. Noorplay making a mistake. We're going to have to see Zypher currently in the lead. Zypher is going to be in the lead and winning the first round in front of Coco, Morodin, Quentin 43, Black Shadow, Fat Kid, and Timmy Dash, and 7, completing your top 8. It was a bit of a difficult one to follow. Sorry, guys, because everybody scattered in the ranking, so it was a little bit to see who I can spectate. So yeah, I was trying to judge that. Maxi going over the final few corners to finish in P23. So then, after round number 1, we've got Zypher in the early lead once again in front of Coco on 45 points, and Morodin is third on 41. Let's actually check Quentin 43 for this round. Quentin going for the drift route like most others. Black Dog getting the whole shot, and Quentin making a huge mistake, clouding the wall on the inside. Getting passed by a lot of people left, right, and center, and that's going to drop him down to P22 after checkpoint 1. That's actually trying to follow someone who's in the battle for the lead. Coco currently the lead. Black Shadow making a mistake, and that's going to force him to respawn surely. Coco in front of Morodin and Fat Kid. Fat Kid battling with Morodin for P3. React in P4. Noorplay completing your top 5. Let's actually try to follow Noorplay for a little bit, if I can find him. There he goes. So currently Noorplay in the middle of a scrap. He dropped a lot of places. Black Star making a huge mistake, and that's going to allow him to go back into P9 and battling now for P8 with React. And let's actually see if we got images from the lead. Coco making a mistake, and Zypher not putting a foot wrong. Actually, Morodin in the lead. Morodin makes it makes the round win in front of Fat Kid and Zypher, losing P2 for 100th of a second, 7 in P4, and then follow Timmy Dash, Norplay, Larence, and it seemed as though it was Black Dart who finished in 8th. I didn't actually see, I was focusing on the other names. Let's actually see. No, it is React who finished in P8, sorry about that. So then, Thank Smoke will not be able to finish, he was way too far away. So far, it is currently Zypher. No, it is shared lead between Morodin and Zypher. Currently both on 91 points. Fat Kid a bit further behind with 79. Following Zypher for this round, going for the route of the drift. Black Dart getting the whole shot after CP1. Emerging in the lead is Quentin 43, Zypher, Morodin, and Larence. Coco a little bit further back in the top 5, actually getting in the mix. Black Dart with an ambitious line over there. Quentin into the lead after the jump, but Zypher's got a lot more momentum and is going to make short work of both Larence and Coco to get into the lead, but Morodin is going to try to make an attack here, trying to get really aggressive and continue his streak of round wins. Let's actually see the perspective from the Chilean driver. A little bit more momentum than Zypher could potentially get into the lead. Zypher making a mistake, and that's going to drop him way down. Now it is a clear road ahead for Morodin. He's going to have to fend off the attacks from Quentin 43 and Coco potentially, but he does not make a mistake. Morodin wins in front of Quentin 43, Coco, Larence, Fat Kid, Black Dart, React, and Mixu. Black Dart Smurf, that would be Pog, wouldn't it? Anyway, so the Chilean finishes in front of the two Frenchmen, a French 2 and 3. Zypher limping his way across the finish, being overtaken by Black Dart and by NA and Lower Cav to finish in P23, I think. Yeah, Real Space finishing in P24. So, after round number 3, it is currently in the lead, Morodin with a clear 26-point lead to Fat Kid in second with 115th and 115, and Coco in third with 112. Zolita Zehon getting the whole shot after CP1, and still remaining in the top 5 liner. Let's actually try to follow Zolita Zehon a little bit. Going for a bit of a tight line and exit, but also goes really wide and drops a lot of places. Arce making a mistake and clouding the exit, and Zolihon flipping over. Then is going to be the end of his challenge for him. Let's actually try to check back into the lead. Coco currently battling with Zypher, Quentin 43, and actually having made a mistake, and so he drops a lot of places down to P6, overtaken by Norplay for the benefit of P5, and other people's getting in the mix. Black Shadow as well. Let's actually try to follow the leader, Morodin, currently. Almost a 2/10 gap between him and Quentin, who is sitting in second. Quentin potentially overtaking him at the finish line, though. No, Morodin has got momentum, and it is going to be Morodin in front of Quentin 43, Zypher, Larence, Coco, Mixu, Timmy Dash, and Norplay. And map number 2 is won by Morodin with 191 points. It looked as though Zypher had the start he needed, but but after that it all unraveled for him, and yeah, Morodin is here to pick up the spoils. Real Space finishing in 22nd place. And so as you can see, the final standings, 191 points give Morodin the map win. 43 points clear of Coco in second place. So, top 3 after map 2 is currently Morodin taking the lead from Zypher, 6 points clear here of him with 326, and Larence completes the top 3 with 300 points dead. We'll check the full standings after the map switch. Here are your standings after map 2. Morodin taking the lead from Zypher. For Morodin on the 332 points, Zypher on 326. Larence completes the top 3 with 300 points. 4th is Fat Kid with 289, and on 282 points, Coco completes the top 5. 6th is Quentin with 270. React is 7th with 246. Timmy Dash is 8th with 240. 9th is Mixu with 205, and completing the top 10 is 7 with 202. From 11th to 20th downwards are Northplay, Frico, Aibo, Black Shadow, Papas Bierbar, Arce, Zolita Zehond, Maxi, Real Space, and Black Dart. From 21st to 26th downwards are Utje, Lorcav, NA, Old Dog, Dank Smoke, and Kowal. On to map number 3 then, Amnesia by Ravels. This is where we start to see some of the some technical stuff. A little bit of a little bit of tricky corners here in this map pack. The top stutters here. Anyway, so it is still a pretty fast map nonetheless. The current local record held by Mebe with a 57.420, and the current daily mini record held by Cloud with a 57.538. Both of these drivers are not here, and so and so because of that, Mebe remains the one with the most victories in the current month. Currently, we've had one victory from Cloud, one victory from Suram, and 2 victories for Mebe. Who's gonna win the 5th Smurf Cup and final Smurf Cup of June? There's only one way to find out, and that's to stick to the end. Again, if you like the cast and if you want to see more Trackmania cast racing gameplay or whatever gameplay, don't forget to follow and hit the bell button to be notified whenever I go live. So then, let's actually see who we're going to spectate. We're going to spectate, let's see. We'll be spectating Larens for this for the opening round. Map number 3, Amnesia, about to get underway. As we see people joining again mid-game. They're going to be contending to be getting as much points as I can. Larens with a neat and tidy line. Who gets the whole shot? Quentin gets the whole shot. Larens in P3 for 11 thousandths of a second. Quentin battling with Moradin for the lead. Then it is Fat Kid and Larens following. And React also getting into the mix. Onto this corner they go. Larens emerging clear into the top 3 fights. Making short work of Moradin for P2, potentially. Onto the U-turn they go. A little bit of a wider line from Larens, gonna get a little bit more momentum and potentially fend off Coco for P3. Moradin getting really close, but still managing to keep it together. Dumps down to P3 though, after being overtaken by Larens. Quentin still in the lead, 2/10 of a second between him and Larens. Moradin also fighting, also in the mix potentially for another race win. Larens, oh, I thought it was such a while. It seemed as though he might have had though. It was really close, and Moradin with a huge pace advantage onto the final turn they go, and it seems as though Quentin's got it in front of Moradin, Zypher, Larens, Coco, React, Timidash, and Fat Kid. Everybody else finishing the round, Frico finishing in P14, Zehon P12, in P12, Blackdog P13, Mixu P17, Harsa P18, Real Space coming around the final corners to finish in 22nd place, Maxi in P19. Old Dog also managing to finish the race, down in 25th place. So, after round number 1, it is the early lead to Frenchman Quentin 43. 50 points for him, ahead of Moradin in second place with 45, and Zypher on 41. Let's actually spectate Zypher for this round. Zypher with a bit of a tidy line, a little bit of an auto drift through there. Who gets the whole shot? Moradin gets the whole shot this time. Moradin in front of Zypher, Coco 7. Oh, it is really going to be a tight battle between these guys. Zypher with a bit more momentum and overtakes Moradin for the lead. Moradin in second place for 6 thousandths of a second. Coco in third, Larens in fourth, and Fat Kid in fifth. Onto the U-turn they go. Zypher still remaining in the lead and pulling a little bit clear from Coco, currently in second place. 1/10 of a gap between him and the French driver. Let's actually try to spectate Coco a little bit. Coco battling with Moradin for the benefit of P2, and potentially catching Zypher for the benefit of the lead and getting the points for the round win. Zypher maybe touching the wall a little bit there. It doesn't seem so, though. Onto the final corners they go. Coco with a much tidier line than Zypher. Onto the final corner they go. Who's going to get it? Coco potentially? No, it is Zypher who's going to get it over the line. Zypher wins in front of Coco, Moradin, Larens, Fat Kid, Quentin 43, Timidash, and React. Everybody else finishing their round. Black Shadow finishing in P16 behind Harse, Papas Bierbauer, and Solide Zeehond. Lorca finishing, Dank Smoke finishing, Real Space clouding the barrier on the exit, and that's gonna doom him. No points. Absolutely no points for Real Space. As we see Quentin 43 promoting his POV stream here. Can only salute the effort. Quentin 43 losing the lead, dropping down to P3 as a result of that round. Zypher taking the lead with 91 points in front of Moradin, 5 points in front of Moradin on 86. Quentin third on 84. Coco for this round. Quentin getting the whole shot once again. Moradin, Quentin, and Larens emerging into battle for the lead. Let's see how everything shakes up after the first few corners. Onto checkpoint 3 they go. Coco back into P6 and now into P5. Battling for the overall lead here. It's still a tight pack right here. Larens, Moradin, Zypher, Quentin, Coco, and Fat Kid potentially getting in the mix. Let's actually see. Zypher still in the lead after CP number 5. Let's see who goes there after that turn. Oh, maybe a little bit of a wall touch there. Let's see. Zypher still in the lead. Quentin in P3. Let's actually check him on him a little bit. Catching Moradin for P2. Onto this turn they go. Quentin overtaking Moradin for P2. Let's see how he fares in the final set of corners. And he's got a much better line than Zypher, and he's going to overtake him before the final corner. but he drops a lot of momentum there, and Zypher repasses him to take the line in first. It is Zypher in front of Quentin 43, Morodin, Fat Kid, Coco, React, Frico, React, and Larence. 7, and actually floundering at the finish and being passed by both Papas Bierbal, who finished full stop pick at the finish. That's gonna force Papas Bierbal to actually respawn and get across the line, or maybe did he just reverse out? I don't really know. That is a really unfortunate F for Papas Bierbal. Real Space finishing in P26. Can we get some Fs in chat for Papas? He didn't deserve that. Okay, Zypher still in the lead, 141 points, in front of Quentin 43 on 129, and Morodin in third place with 127, following this time Quentin 43. What could potentially be set to be the final round of map number 3. Quentin getting the whole shot once again in front of Zypher and Larence. Onto the first U-turn they go. Quentin still emerging in the lead in front of Zypher. Zypher with a bit more momentum is able to catch up with the French driver though. Onto the U-turn they go, Zypher taking the lead. Who's going to get more momentum? Quentin has a little bit more momentum. He's going to repass Zypher for the lead. Let's actually check in on some of the guys further back. Larence a little bit, waiting a little bit, playing a bit of a waiting game. And Quentin making a mistake, and that's going to drop him out of the lead battle. And Larence goes through to the lead, overtaking Zypher in the process, just like that. Battling with Morodin now for the final few turns. Larence with more momentum. Who's going to get it through the final corner? We could see someone overtaking, and it's going to be Larence overtaking Morodin for the final corner, and it is Larence in front of Morodin, Zypher, Fat Kid, Mixu, Timmy-7, and React. Huge shame. It's a real shame for Quentin 43 though. He seemed to have it pretty much in control. Went a little bit wide at the exit of the tunnel and clouded the wall on the exit of the corner, and that pretty much doomed his attempt to make some gap back. And that's going to allow Morodin to pass, to stream past him for P3 and a not full stop picking in the finish, and that's actually just going to be the end of it for the British driver. So then, 182 points gives Zypher map number 3. So 2 map wins for Zypher so far in this cup, in front of Morodin on 172 and Larence on 156. Your top 3 after map 3, Zypher retakes the lead on 508, 4 points clear of Morodin, and Larence completes the P3, the top 3, with 456. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. Your standings after map 3 then. Zypher retaking the lead from Morodin. Just 4 until Zypher on 508 and Morodin on 504. Completing the top 3 is Larence with 456. 4th is Fat Kid with 431. 5th is Coco with 421. Quentin is 6th with 417. 7th is React with 372. Timmy-8 with 358. 7-9 with 288. And completing the top 10 is Ibo with 282. From 11th to 20th downwards are Mixu, Doorplay, Frico, Black Shadow, Papas Bierbal, Harse, Zoleda Zeehond, Black Dark, Maxi, and Real Space. From 21st to 30th downwards are Loracav, Utje, Tank Smoke, NA, Old Dog, Yandul, Andy36356, JM Franco, Kowal, and Myota.net Voy. So then, onto the midway map. Map number 4, Drive-By Stalking by Bootifara. As I advocated previously in the pre-race warm-up, really Trackmania Turbo-esque vibe for this Canyon map made by the Uruguayan. Current world record held by Cloud on both held by Cloud with a 50.312, and the daily minute record in the rounds mode held by Cloud as well with a 40.468, with a 50.468. Sorry. So then, currently it is still a really tight battle at the front between the top two guys. Only 4 points separate Zypher and Morodin. Larence still in contention, still potentially in contention for an overall win, but some 52 points behind the leader and some 48 points behind the second place driver. We'll see how the Finnish driver fares. Anyways, map number 4 about to get underway. We're going to be spectating Zoleda Zeehond for this round. NA getting into the... Oh, and it's some airtime for Zeehond. That's really unfortunate, and that's going to drop him down way, way far. Coco getting the whole shot. Let's actually see if we can get someone further up the field. Mixu here currently sitting in P7. That's actually a prime spot to watch the battle here, as we see Coco Oh, Quentin 43, Moradin. It seems as though Larens has made a huge mistake as well. We saw his name dropped in the middle of the corner. He's down in P14, currently battling with Black Dart with making a mistake. Maxi, Papas Bierbar, and all that stuff. Let's actually try to see if we got camera on Coco potentially. There he is, the leader. Half a tenth between him and Moradin. Currently sitting pretty, even a 2/10 gap, even almost a 2/10 gap between him and Zypher. Currently second place, Moradin dropping down to P4. Onto the jump they go, and it is going to be Coco who wins the inaugural round in front of Zypher, Fat Kid, Quentin 43, Moradin, Mixu, 7, and Norplay. TXT a little bit too far from the finish than he should be, so it will be really unfortunate. Oh, it seems as though we had a disconnect from Moradin. That's really unfortunate. Or wait, did he actually cross the finish? I'm pretty sure he crossed the finish, but that's actually a little bit unfortunate if he had a DC just before the finish. Let's actually see. No, he still got the points. So Coco in the early lead with 50 points in front of Zypher on 45 and Fat Kid on 41. Following, let's actually follow Quentin 43 for this round. Might be the French bias, I don't know. JM Franco full stop picking at the gap. Narf getting the whole shot after CP1, but Quentin 43, oh, making a mistake and dropping down to P9 at CP2. Let's actually see if we can actually sum of the battles for the lead. Zypher currently sitting in P4. Currently it is Larens who's in the lead with Coco, and Moradin. React also getting in the mix as well. Oh, with a bit of a mistake at the end though, so that's going to be dropping him down a few places. Currently it is Moradin in front of Larens, Coco, and Zypher. Fat Kid completing your top 5 so far. Zypher overtaking Coco for the benefit of P3. Onto the dirt section, the tightrope section, and then the dirt left-hander. Zypher with a bit of a mistake, drops a bit momentum, and falls out of the top 3 fight, and he's under pressure now from Fat Kid. Coco with a bit of a mistake, and that's going to be over the final turn. Moradin getting the round in front of Larens. Fat Kid getting the third place in front of Zypher. Timmy Dash, Coco, Quentin 43, and TXT completing your top 8 for round number 2. Everybody else finishing the round 7, having made a mistake, finishes down in P20th. Real Space finishing down in P21. Offset P18. Norplay P20. Old Dog is too far away from the finish. He is flipping his way into retirement. No points for him. So then, after round number 2, change of lead. Moradin taking the lead with 86 points in front of Coco on 84, and Zypher on 83 points complete the top 3. And the top 4 is actually within 4 points of each other. An intense battle for map number 3 here. After 2 rounds only, Old Dog getting the whole shot at CP1, but Moradin getting in the lead after the effective lead after CP2. Moradin currently battling with Zypher, Quentin 43, Coco, and Fat Kid for the lead. Moradin still managing to fend off Zypher with some really good driving. Able to squeeze a lot more momentum, but Moradin now dropping down a little bit to Quentin 43, who's made a resurgence, and takes the lead from Moradin. And Moradin is not going to be having to worry about Quentin 43 is going to be having to worry about Coco and Zypher. Coco potentially overtaking, but Coco actually dropping down a few places, down from P2 to P4. Quentin still retaining the lead. Oh, Quentin with some really ragged driving, getting for the inside line. It is Zypher who's going to pick up the spoils on the overtake of the final corner. No, Quentin 43 gets the win in front of Zypher, Moradin, Coco, Larens, Fat Kid, Mixu, and 7, but he gets the win for just 200ths of a second, yeah. Really nice finish from both of these guys, and we see plenty of nice times being driven. Quentin getting a 50.888 and improving to the 8th Diddy Mini record and the 10th local overall. Old Dog not able to finish again. So then, let's see who's in the lead. It is Zypher who jumps Coco and Moradin into the lead with 128 points. 1 point in front of Moradin on 127 and Coco on 122. We're going to be following someone else. Let's actually follow Fat Kid a little bit. From 80 Racing. Narf getting the whole shot after CP1, but he drops down, as you can see here. And everyone else faltering as we see Quentin 43 emerging into the lead, battling with Larens, I suppose. No, Zypher actually getting into the lead now. Let's actually follow Quentin 43 here. So, Quentin, Zypher, and Larens. This is your battle for the lead with Moradin springing into the mix. Larens dropping down to P4 and potentially P5 as he dropped a little bit more momentum than he should. Quentin currently sitting in P2, trying to catch Zypher. Larens dropping down to P6 now as TXT and Norplay both overtaken him. Quentin with a neat and tiny line through there, but it seems as though Zypher has the upper hand right now. Onto the final corner they go. Quentin with aggressive drift through there, but it's not gonna be enough. Zypher over the jump, and it is Zypher who wins in front of Quentin 43, Fat Kid, Nordplay, TXT, Timmy Dash, Morden, and 7. Where is Larence? Where did he finish? He could be outside of the top 10 given the momentum he dropped at one of the corners. That remains to be seen though. And it seems that we had a very nice time. Oh, second Daily Mania record for Zypher with a 50.515. Just half a tenth behind the time from Cloud. And we got one more round to go. 178 points is not quite enough for Zypher. He's got to do one more round. 180 points, remember, is the points tally to achieve or surpass before a map is considered won. Solida Zehon getting the whole shot after CP1, but Morodin getting into the effective lead after CP2, and now Quentin 43 getting into the mix and overtaking Morodin for the lead, and in a scrap with Larence and Mixu, who sprung out of nowhere, springing a surprise and getting into the top 5 battle. Really great surprise to see Mixu springing into the lead battle for once. Still holding into the top 6, Larence currently in the lead in front of Morodin, Fat Kid, Quentin 43, and oh, it seems as though Mixu dropped out. It is Zypher, and oh, Zypher with a really wide line. Where is he? Oh, he's still there. He could have collided with the wall and that would have been over for him. Mixu's still in the mix. Let's actually try to follow Mixu a little bit. Onto the final corner they go. Quentin with a little bit of a lead. Let's see how everything goes over the jump. And it is Quentin who's going to win the round in front of Larence, Morodin, Fat Kid, Mixu, Zypher, TXT, and Coco. And it seems as though we might have a lead change here. Yeah, Quentin 43 is going to leapfrog Zypher into the lead, potentially. We're going to have to see over the final standings. That could be the first map win for Quentin. Everybody else finishing their round. Real Space not able to finish, too far away. Let's see. Yes, it is Quentin 43 who's going to take the win. 250 points from Zypher on 212, and third is Morodin with 200 points dead. After map number 4, your standings as there. Zypher still in the lead with 720 points in front of Morodin on 704, and Larence still in the top 3 with 632 points, third equal with Quentin. Right after the match switch, we'll check the full standings. So then, your standings after map 5. Zypher still in the lead with 720 points. Second is Morodin with 704. Third equal are Quentin 43 and Larence with 632 points, and completing the top 5 is Fat Kid with 626. 6th is Coco with 583. 7th is Timmy Dash with 512. Mixu is 8th with 433. 9th is 7 with 409, and completing the top 10 is Aibo with 388. From 11th to 20th downwards are Nordplay, Frico, Reacts, Papas Bierbar, Harse, Black Dark, Zolé de Zehon, Black Shadow, Maxi, and Real Space. From 21st to 32nd downwards, thank you for the follow, Andy36356. Really appreciate you supporting the hustle of someone who's trying to make it on Twitch through Trackmania Casting. So as I said, from 21st to 32nd downwards are Dank Smoke, Utia, Lucra, Lorcav, KXT, NA, Yandul, Voy, Andy36356, thank you again for the follow, Old Dog, Narf, JM Franco, and Kowal. On to map number 5 then. Anoya from Racho. As I said previously, whenever you say the name Racho or Racho Poker on Mania Exchange, sorry for the little mic hit there, you can only think about flowing maps that are all about momentum conservation, and that's exactly the case here. It is still remarkably technical though, as we're going to see. There are different lines possible for the most optimal speed through some of the corners. Current record held by Cloud on both the Daily Mania and the local record, with a 46.736 in local and the 46.928 on Daily Mania. So, the gap has opened up a little bit between Morodin and Zypher. Zypher in the lead with lead 14 points, 16 points clear of Morodin. But so far, the battle for P3 is still raging. Quentin 43 and Larence are equal on points. Let's actually follow Quentin for this round. So, drifting first corner, then onto the tube, which is the peculiarity of this particular track. It's really easy to get it run and actually clinch the rock. Mixu getting the whole shot in CP1 and remaining in the lead battle. Oh, Mixed it with some really good lights there. Oh, he got a little bit wide, and that could potentially see him being overtaken by some of the faster guys. Norplay taking the lead now. Moradin actually taking the lead. Norplay also getting into the mix. Let's actually try to see if we can follow Moradin a little bit. Or Fat Kid. No, Fat Kid is actually way down. He's made a huge mistake. Let's actually follow Norplay. Zypher currently the lead in front of Moradin. In front of Moradin and Coco. Oh, Norplay making a huge mistake and going straight into the canyon. Let's actually follow Coco here. Battling with Zypher for P2. Moradin currently in the lead. Onto the final corners they go. It seems as though Moradin has got enough of a buffer to secure the victory in round number 1. So it's Moradin in front of Zypher, Coco, Larens, TXT, Frico, Mixu, and Aibo completing your top 8. It is the Gran Turismo car-by sound. That's why it may sound so familiar to you. It is the car-by sound from the first Gran Turismo game. I've been a Gran Turismo fan all my life, man. And by the way, if you want to see some Gran Turismo gameplay, I do some gameplay streams on Saturdays, and I do tend to stream some GT, especially GT Sports. So you can tune in around for that. So yeah. After round number 1, then we got Moradin in the early lead in front of Zypher on 45 points and Coco on 31. Following Coco for this round. Yeah, I barely played GT1 either. I was more of a GT2 guy. Maxi making a huge mistake climbing the wall on the inside, and that's going to drop him down a lot of places. Who gets the whole shot after CP1? It is Quentin who gets the whole shot and pulls into the lead. Oh, with a bit of a wide line though, so that's going to allow Zypher and TXT through as well, who's got a really good line through there. Mixu also springing on a really nice surprise with a lot of momentum carry through there. Zypher in front of Quentin, Larens, Coco, and Moradin incomplete for the top 5. Onto CP5, it is Zypher in the lead, with a little bit of a buffer to Quentin, and Zypher making a huge mistake, full stop pick for Zypher, and that's going to allow Moradin and Quentin to take the lead briefly. Moradin making a huge mistake as well, and that's going to allow the French driver Coco to go into the lead. Les derniers checkpoints, le dernier virage. Un gap suffisant, et c'est l'arrivée pour Coco. Coco finishing in the lead in front of Fat Kid, Quentin 43, Rex, Mixu, TXT, Moradin, and Frico. Zolida Zion finishing in P13, Zypher down in P12 after that huge full stopic that he suffered after crossing CP number 5. Really unfortunate. That jump doesn't like him apparently. So yeah, the French driver not really happy with what he did, and not crossing the finish line, he will not score any points. So currently it is Coco in the lead with 91 points in front of Moradin on 82, and TXT goes into the top 3 with 70 points. We're going to be following, let's see, we're going to be following Mixu for this round. Mixu seems to be pretty well trained at this track. He's currently sitting in 5th place, just 1 point behind Quentin 43, who's sitting in P4. But Mixu has had a little bit of a bad line through there. Oh, someone has a huge full stop pick right there. I didn't see the name tag, so I can't really point who that was. Larens currently in the lead in front of Moradin, in front of TXT, Coco, Fat Kid, and no, in front of Moradin, it seems. Yeah, it is Moradin. And Zypher. Zypher now retaking the lead from Larens. Let's see who gets the corner right. Zypher with a bit more momentum and a bit of an inside line. Moradin with much more momentum, and that's going to be allow the Chilean to overtake Zypher for the lead. Onto the final corner they go. Moradin seems to have a 1/10 buffer between him and Zypher. Oh, and Moradin making a huge mistake. That's going to gift Zypher the win. So it is going to be Zypher in front of Quentin 43, Larens, Fat Kid, Coco, TXT, Mixu, and Timidash. A huge cloud of the wall for Moradin, who had the win in the bag and unfortunately clinched the barrier on the exit of the corner, which sent him flipping in the air, forcing him to respawn and throwing away 50 valuable points. Maxi not able to finish, he will not score any points. And that's going to drop him down further in the standings. That's TXT, Quentin 43. Yeah, he drops him down to P5. So far, Coco still in the lead with 127 points. So we're going to be at least seeing one more round of this map, because round win here is not going to warrant enough points to close out the map. Currently, Coco in first on 127 points, Mixu getting the whole shot. Zypher second on 117, and Quentin 43 competing in the top 3 with 114. A French top 3 then, as of round number 3. Mixu into the lead, but getting caught on by both Quentin and Coco. Mixu still remaining in the lead with some really tight lines. Quentin getting the whole shot after CP number 5. Who is going to get the jump better? It seems as though Mixu and Quentin got it, but Coco with much more momentum gets into the lead, and that's going to be a battle between him and Quentin 43. A full French battle here, and actually Fat Kid also getting into the mix. The final few corners. Le dernier virage. Bataille avec Fat Kid, c'est Coco qui gagne. Coco in front of Fat Kid, Mixu, Zypher, Larens, TXT, Frico, and Aibo completing your top 8. Quentin 43 seems to have made a mistake and thus dropped out a lot of places. Moradin also making huge mistakes, and that's going to drop him out of the contention for the overall win here in this Smurf Cup, which is really unfortunate to see. Norplay finishing in P15, 7 in P18, Moradin in P19. Holy hell! The upturn of the upturn of events here. So you see 177 points, it is still not enough. 3 more points are needed by Coco to close out the map. So 1 more round. Coco in the lead with 177 in front of Zypher on 155 and Fat Kid on 142. Following Coco for this round as he goes through the tube. It is his map to lose right now. Mixu having the whole shot, but Zypher emerging in the lead. Currently a 22 points buffer between between Coco and Zypher. Zypher in the lead in front of Mixu, Quentin 43, Larence, and Coco. Larence dropping out a little bit of the top 3 fight. Zypher still in the lead. Mixu with the inside risky line. Is it going to be enough? No, he's probably going to be overtaken by Larence as well. Moradin getting in there for the benefit of P5 maybe. Let's see over the final couple corners who's going to get it. Quentin overtaking Zypher for the lead. It's going to be a nip and tuck battle between the 2 French drivers. Le dernier virage, qui gagnera? Ce sera Zypher. Non, Quentin 43. Quentin wins with 47 seconds dead in front of Zypher, Larence, Mixu, Coco, Moradin, Fat Kid, and Harse completing your top 8. And despite the better placing from Zypher, it is going to be Coco who wins map number 5. Solido Zehan finishing in the top 20, behind TXT. Uchiha will not be able to finish the race. He will not score any points. And so, Coco wins map number 5. 211 points in front of Zypher on 200 points, and completing the podium is Quentin 43 with 182. After map number 5, then, Zypher still in the lead on 920 points, opening the gap to Moradin on 2nd place with 851 points, and Quentin and Fat Kid jumping Larence into the top 3 and top 5 in 4 positions respectively, with Larence dropping down the top to P5. Holy crap, this is really difficult to see. It is a pretty hot summer in France, so yeah, it is a bit difficult to keep up with the heat. I'm really sorry guys if I'm a bit slow through there. Anyways, after map number 5, Zypher in the lead with 920 points, Moradin in 2nd place with 851, and completing the podium is Quentin 43 with 814. Fat Kid 4th on 800 dead, 1 point in front of Larence in P5. Coco is 6th with 794, Timidash in 7th with 634, Mixu is 8th with 612, Aibo is 9th with 524, and completing the top 10 is Frico with 512. From 11th to 20th downwards are 7, Northplay, Papas Bierbauer, Harse, Reacts, Solido Zehan, TXT, Black Shadow, Simply Black Dark, and Maxi. From 21st to 33rd downwards are Real Space, Yandul, Danksmoke, Uchiha, Narf, Lorcav, NA, Rex, Wool, Andy36356, Old Dog, Jane Franco, and Koval. On to map number 6, the second to last map. And the last time we're going to be playing this map in the rotation, elevated by Zombak. This is where you start to see technical stuff really appear in droves, as we have a straight away really technical start with the turnaround before CP1 and a few tricky corners as well. Current world record is held by Quentin 43 with the 49.122, and the current daily main record is held by Cloud with the 49.392. So then the gap has clearly opened up between Zypher and Moradin for P1 and 2. There's still a mathematical chance for Moradin to still be in, but he's going to be relying on heavy mistakes from Zypher. Anyway, we're going to be checking out someone else that's actually going to be checking Coco for this one, or no, maybe Solido Zehan, a little bit further down the pack. Some people going very wide before the CP1. Quentin getting the whole shot. Let's see how it shakes up after CP2, and then we'll try to catch somebody in the lead. Solido Zehan making a huge mistake. Let's actually try to follow someone else. Rex, currently sitting in P19. Quentin 43 still in the lead, apparently so. And we're going to be trying to find him. There he is. Quentin 43 battling with Coco, Larence, Mixu, and Zypher for your top 5. Top 5 within half a second. The gaps are opening up quite a bit. 1/10 buffer though between Quentin and Coco, so it's still not over yet. It's still anybody's game for this first round. Let's actually follow Coco for a little bit. And Coco makes a mistake and drops down a huge amount of places. That's going to be a clear run for Quentin to take the win. He must not make a mistake throughout these final corners. But he does not make it, and it is going to be the win for Quentin 43 in front of Larence, Zypher, Moradin, Fat Kid, Arce, Mixu, and Coco. Quentin 43 getting off to a good start, but a little bit too far away for to potentially overhaul Moradin. We'll see how that goes. Old Dog not able to finish. A bit too far away from the finish than he should be. And so, after round 1, Quentin getting the early lead in front of Larens and Zypher. We're going to be checking out someone else. Let's actually check Ibo for this one. We haven't seen any of them, actually. Let's see how the Mini Exchange admin fares through there. Quentin getting the whole shot. Ibo currently sitting in P13. Getting overtaken a lot by a lot of the pack right there. Who's in the lead after CP2? It's going to be Quentin 43 who gets it. Ibo currently battling with Harse and Solida Zehon for the benefit of 13th place. Zehon making a mistake, so that's going to be him dropping down. Ibo still in the battle with Harse though, but we're going to be switching over to the lead battle because it is hotting up. Quentin 43, Coco, and Larens. Quentin 43... Zypher, sorry. Zypher dropping down places, and that's going to allow Larens and Moradin through, and he drops down from P3 to P5. Quentin 43 still in the lead. That's actually full of one of the chasers here, Coco. Currently, Quentin is in the lead. He's in control. Just a few more corners to go. One corner to go, in fact, and that's going to be another round whip for Quentin in front of Coco, Moradin, Larens, Zypher, Papas Bierbauer 7, and TXT. 3 Frenchies into the top 5. Black Shadow finishing in 11th place, and Ibo finishing in P10. Arsa finishing down in P15, in behind Norplay. Maxi a bit too far behind, and will not be able to score any points as a result. Won't stop him from trying, though. As we have a temporary leave from real space, he will not be able to score points for a few minutes. So far it is a clean sweep from Quentin, 100 points out of 100 for him. Currently in the lead in front of Larens on 83 points and Moradin 79. Following him for this round, Narf getting the whole shot after the CP1, Coco making a mistake, clouding the wall, and that's going to drop him a fair few places. It seems as though Quentin has emerged in the lead. Once again, he's really good at this starting section, and after this first 2 checkpoints, he's already back in the lead. Let's actually check in on him a little bit. A 2/10 gap between him and Fatkid. Let's actually try to follow the chaser a little bit. Fatkid battling with Mixu. Again, bringing a good surprise and probably putting in a good performance as well. Let's hope so. Currently, Quentin managing his pace and managing the gap between him and Fatkid. 2.5 tenths of a gap between the Frenchman and the German, and even opening up the gap a little bit. The gap is now up to 3 tenths. Onto the final corner they go. We're going to be going back further behind here, and it is going to be Quentin in front of Fatkid, Larens, Zypher, Mixu, Timmy Dash, and 7. 7 and Moradin, sorry. I almost forgot someone. Sorry. I do tend to do that sometimes. Also, I got a pretty dry mouth. Please give me hydration. Alright, sorry for that close mic moment. Old Dog finishing in P22. Uche not able to finish the round, although it was a close call. So Quentin, again a clean sweep. 3 wins out of 3. 150 points, and he only needs 30 points to wrap up the map. We're going to be following Zypher for this round. 7 getting the whole shot after CP1. Zypher getting really nice and tidy, getting close to the exit. Quentin still in the lead in front of Larens and Zypher in 3rd. Mixu in 4th, Fatkid in 5th. Fatkid now overtaking Mixu for the benefit of 4th. Mixu potentially dropping back a few places as he got overtaken by Moradin for P5. Zypher up to P2 after overtaking Larens and now chasing Quentin. 1/10 of a second between him and the leader. Onto the final corners they go. Let's actually try to follow Larens for a little bit here. Larens currently battling with Fatkid, Coco, and Black Shadow and Moradin, but Black Shadow has made a little bit of a mistake. Quentin still in the lead, though. It is going to be a few more corners to go, and it is Quentin winning map number 6 then, and the round. So, Quentin 43 for Zypher, Fatkid, Coco, Larens, Moradin 7, and Timmy Dash. And so, a clean sweep, 200 points and a new Dated Mania record for Quentin 43, who improves, who leapfrogs Cloud in the standings with a 49.244. Andy 36356 finishing in P19, just behind Black Shadow. Just congratulating Quentin on his nice time. So then, 200 points gives map number 6 to Quentin. Second is Larens on 160 points. Second equal, actually, with Zypher. After map number 6, then, Zypher in first place with 1,080 points in front of Contact Antoine on 1,014. And Moradin has dropped out of contention for the, maybe out of the contention for the lead with 994 points in third place. And so, as we go onto the final map, here are your standings. Zypher currently in the lead with 1,080 points in front of Contact Antoine with 1,014. Completing the top 3 is Moradin with 994. Larens is 4th with 959, and completing the top 5 is Fat Kid with 936. 6th is Coco with 935. 7th is Timmy Dash with 754. 8th is Mixu with 728. 9th is 7 with 618, and completing the top 10 is Ibo with 614. From 11th to 20th downwards are Frico, Norplay, Papas Bierbar, Arce, React, Zehond, Black Shadow, TXT, Black Dark, and Maxi. From 21st to 33rd downwards are Yandul, Real Space, who's now Uncle Real Space, Rex, Narf, Dunk Smoke, Utia, NA, ND36356, Lorcav, Voy, Old Dog, JM Franco, and Koval. So then, onto the closing map for this Smurf Cup and for the SmurfsCup of June. Mook Bark by Ibo. In my opinion, one of the, possibly the best maps of the Smurf Cup map pack, and potentially one of the best middle grounds, despite its technicality in terms of difficulty and pick up and play. The current record is held by Suram with the 45.495, and the current daily meta record is held by Cloud with the 45.585. And this will be the last round of the Smurf Cup, as indicated by the chat here with the decision from Harse. Again, if you really like what you see and you want to see more Trackmania cast, more racing gameplay, and more whatever gameplay, and want to discuss technology, motorsports, gaming, and more, don't forget to hit the follow button and hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live. And if you want to discuss all those topics, exclamation point Discord in the chat will give you a link to the invite to my personal Discord. Map 7, the 7th and final map underway. We're going to be checking on Larens for this first round. Larens getting a really nice and tidy start, but actually clinching the wall and dropping down to P11. Fat Kid getting the whole shot. Let's actually try to follow Fat Kid a little bit after CP2. It is still Fat Kid in the lead. Let's actually follow him for a little bit. Battling with Moradin for the lead, actually. And Zypher getting in the mix as well. France, Germany, and Chile in the battle. And actually Ibo also getting into the mix, given it's his own map. So it is a multinational lead battle here. Zypher is still having a little bit of a clear lead with a 2/10 gap between him and Fat Kid. Moradin now overtaking Fat Kid for benefit of P2. Onto the final corner as they go. Fat Kid with more momentum is going to overtake Moradin back for P3. Not so sure. Onto the final corner they go. Zypher seems to be in control, and it is going to be Zypher who wins round number 1. Zypher in front of Moradin, who gets it in the end. Fat Kid, Ibo, 7, Coco, Mixu, and Timmy Dash complete your top 8. It looks as though it is Zypher's round here, and Zypher's Smurf Cup. Quentin seems to have been floundering a little bit. Everybody else finishing their round, Uche finishing, NA not finishing, but that was a close call. So, Zypher getting the early lead with 50 points in front of Moradin on 45, and Fat Kid on 41. Quentin in P9 currently with 28 points. That's currently expected to take Fat Kid for a little bit. Getting a nice and tidy start, a little bit wide on the exit, but that's okay. He didn't clinch the wall. Larens getting the whole shot after CP1. Who gets it after CP2? It is Mixu who got into the lead with a very ambitious move. I wonder if he's still in the pace for the lead though. Yeah, he's currently sitting there. Larens, Moradin, Coco, Mixu, they're all in there. Fat Kid now promoted to P5 after an error from Mixu. Larens and Zypher also making mistakes. Fat Kid with more momentum than Coco, and Moradin is going to be promoted into the lead, potentially. No, Moradin with a much better corner than Fat Kid, sorry. Onto the final corner they go, and it seems as though Moradin has got the case in the bag, and it's going to be Moradin in front of Fat Kid, Quentin 43, Larens, Mixu, Coco, Frico, and Ibo. Black Shadow BMing at the finish, finishing in P15. Hasa finishing in P12. Zypher finishing way down in the order. I haven't seen where he actually finished. Timmy Dash finishing in P17. Uchi a bit further. He's actually going to still be able to make it though. If he makes it the jump. Yep, he's safe and he will complete the map in 20th spot. So then after 2 rounds, Zypher didn't score as many points as he wanted, and that's going to be Moradin promoted into the lead with 95, in front of Fat Kid with 86 points, and Zypher down to P3 with 70. Let's actually follow him for this round. But in the battle opposing him and Quentin, he's still in the lead, and he's still within striking distance of SmurfsCup win, or of this win for the SmurfsCup number 360. Zypher currently sitting in P4, getting involved in a little bit of a scrap, but still waiting for someone to pick out on them to make a mistake and eventually pick up the spoils. Much better corner from Zypher than Larens though, and Larens making a mistake that's going to secure P3 for Zypher. Zypher taking on Moradin and Quentin counter for the benefit of the lead here. Fat Kid getting into the mix, but with a bit worse corner. Moradin making a mistake as well, and Zypher with a bit of a wider line is going to allow Fat Kid and Quentin through. There's going to be battle between Germany and France. Quentin versus Fat Kid. Who's going to get it? Final corner, and it is Quentin who's going to get the round in front of Fat Kid, Zypher, Larens, Moradin, Coco, 7, and Rex, completing your top 8. Everybody else finishing their round. Maxi finishing, getting around the final sections to finish down in P22. Across the finish line he goes, and that's the point secured. Wait, did he actually miss a CP? I don't really know, because I haven't seen his name pop up. Anyways, Moradin still in the lead. Oh, actually shared lead between Moradin and Fat Kid. So it is going to be anybody's game. Whoever gets the win between these two is going to wrap up the map and the SmurfCup. Quentin having taken the lead over Zypher this map with from 8 points, but that's not going to be enough, it seems. Zypher seems as though he's got the SmurfsCup win in the bag. Fat Kid down in P10 after making a presumably a mistake, and Zypher falling up the map. That's not what he wanted to do. Even though his victory is secured, he still wants to go to the end of this race. Fat Kid overtaking Papas Biarbach, Mixu, and Aibo. Making short work of Aibo right there to get back into P5 and P6 actually. Quentin still in the lead, battling with Coco actually. Let's actually follow Coco for a little bit. The two Frenchmen battling with each other. Quentin in front of Coco still. Over the final couple corners. And it is Quentin who's going to win the round in front of Coco, Moradin, Mixu, 7, Fat Kid, Timidash, and Larens. And it is going to be one more round for this round, and it is Quentin 43 who's improved the Dead Mania record with a 45.535. Zypher going in reverse, and he's not going to be able to score any points. This is not what he wanted to do. That's going to potentially allow Quentin to actually spring back into contention for the win here. Let's actually follow Coco for this round. 169, 111. So far, there is a 58-point lead in this map between Quentin and for Quentin against Zypher. It's still going to require some kind of a miracle, though, for him to actually snatch the victory from Zypher, but anything can happen in Trackmania, and it usually does. Quentin getting into the lead after CP number 4, battling with Fat Kid for the lead. Coco, with a bit more momentum, with a neat and tidy exit, gets past Fat Kid for P2, and battles with Quentin for the lead once again. We're gonna have to check in on Zypher. Let's see where Zypher is, and he's driving backwards. He's potentially beginning, and that could potentially cost him the map and the SmurfsCup win. Who's gonna get it? It is Quentin who's gonna get it, and thus get the round win and the map win. So it is Quentin, Moradin, Fat Kid, Coco, Timidash, Rex, Aibo, and Frico. We're gonna have to see how the standings fare, but when they entered into the final map, there was a 64-point deficit for Quentin. And as the GGs already come out, Zypher has completely lost it. He looked as though he had in the back, and he gave it away, apparently. He will not be crossing the finish, and so it is La Marseillaise for SmurfCup 360. Well, I don't have the Marseillaise here, but SmurfsCup number 360, the final SmurfCup of June, is won by Quentin 43, first with 1,233 points in front of Moradin on 1,211 points, and Zypher finishes in third place with 1,191. We'll be checking the full standings right after the map switch. Here are your results for the final SmurfCup of June 2019. Quentin 43, the winner, with 1,233 points in front of Moradin in second place with 1,211 points, and Zypher completes the podium with 1191 points. Fat Kid is in 4th place with 1142 points, Coco in 5th place with 1120 points, and Larence in 6th place with 1117 points. Only the top 6 has made it past the 1,000 points barrier. 7th is Mixu with 882, Timmy Dash is 8th with 878, 9th is 7 with 776, and completing the top 10 is Aibo with 758. 11th is Frico with 714, Norplay 12th with 646, Papas Biarbal 13th with 628, Harse 14th with 615, then a huge gap between him and Black Shadow in 15th, Black Shadow with 393 points, 16th is React with 372, Zolito on 17th with 353, TXT 18th with 306, Yandul 19th with 286, and 20th is Rex with 275. From 21st to 35th downwards are Black Dark in 21st with 225, Maxi 22nd with 222, Real Space in 23rd with 191, 24th is Andy 36356 with 188, 183 gives Utia 25th place, Narf is in 6th with 26th with 153, 27th is Tank Smoke with 149, 28th is NA with 137, 29th is Lorecav with 110. Only the top 29 scored over 100 points. Then following are Lorecav, Voy, Voy, Old Dog, Kirmer, the DFK, JM Franco, and Koval. Thank you, Core Knights. Merci beaucoup, mec. C'était un plaisir. En tout cas, belle bataille entre les Français. C'était sympa à voir. Belle bataille entre toi, Zypher, et puis Quentin 43. C'est un petit peu dommage. C'était un petit peu dommage de voir que Zypher a en quelque sorte donné la win à Quentin d'une certaine manière, mais bon, c'est le jeu. Et en tout cas, bien joué à Quentin pour lui, pour la dernière SmurfCup de June. El Moradin, thank you. That was a really nice battle between you and Zypher for the early maps. It was kind of a shame that you unfortunately made the mistakes you made and dropped out of the Elite 5. But still, P2 is really, really great for you. It could have been your cup. It could have been your cup, man. The Hype Boys shackles were pretty much released since they were not there, so yeah, it could have been your cup. But anyways, that's gonna conclude SmurfCup 360. It's gonna be the final. It is the final SmurfCup for the month of June, and this final SmurfCup for this map rotation. Next week, on July the 6th, SmurfCup number 361 is gonna see an entirely brand new map pack. We're gonna have to see how the maps fare. I'm gonna be playing them off stream. I'm gonna be taking notes for them. I'm gonna be giving you my opinions on them. And yeah, that is pretty much it. This is how everything is pretty much shaping up. So again, thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much for joining the cast, whether you joined in a little bit late or if you were from the beginning. It was really great having you. I'm still enjoying the SmurfCup cast. Next week is potentially going to be the only SmurfCup cast for the month of July, since I'm going to be going on a holiday on the 13th of July and the 20th of July, so at least 2 SmurfCups will be missed. I will have to see when I come back to my home, since I will not have a computer with me. Anyways, thank you Quentin for the kind words. Bien joué, félicitations pour ta win sur la SmurfCup. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Godspeed, people!